Whew. Let's get going, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize if it's too loud in here. I just gotta put this car in quiet mode. Alright, so it's gonna be extra loud than usual just because I don't have an interior. I'll let you guys know why in an upcoming video why I don't have my interior, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. It's another beautiful day out here. I was just kidding, it's not a beautiful day. It's pretty cold out here in Michigan. But I'm happy to be in front of the camera and talking to you guys. So here's what we're gonna talk about in today's video. Well, actually, before we get into what we're gonna talk about in today's video, I want to update you guys a little bit about what's happening with the channel. So there's a lot of things happening with the channel. Some things I haven't been able to post, but just stay tuned for that. Just know that there's a lot going on. I can't really get into details right now because like I said, just stay tuned for the videos. It's gonna get pretty interesting here. I know you guys think like, okay, so what's gonna go on with the channel, what's going on with the red eye, the Mustang. Well, stay tuned. I'll pretty much get into that very soon here, probably this week. So anyways, with that all being said and out the way, let's get in what today's video is all about. And it's all about the 2018 Corvette C8. And before I get into that topic, I want to let you guys know I have an allocation for one. I've put a deposit on one. I've spec'd out one. It's gonna be red with red interior. I made a video on that, so I just want to get that out the way in case some people are gonna say, well, you're hating on it, this and that. Well, not really, because I have an allocation to get one. So with that out the way, let's get in what the big news is about. I know you guys have seen it everywhere, but here we're gonna get into the details on this video because I think this is very important for people to know. And if you guys didn't see it over the weekend, MotorTrend put the C8 on a dyno. Now everybody's been waiting for this to happen. So MotorTrend isn't really a source that you'd really go to find out the horsepower of cars or to get the most accurate numbers. But they're the only ones that have put the car on a dyno, so of course it's gonna get everybody's attention and everybody's gonna want to tune in. So basically they put the car on the dyno. So basically MotorTrend did 4 runs, okay? 4 separate runs. And I want to make clear of one thing. They did it on a Mustang dyno. And if you guys don't know anything about Mustang dynos, well, Mustang dynos seem to read a little lower than other dynos, which is, I don't know, more weird to me that they pointed that out. They literally made an effort to point that out, basically saying like, yo, this is on a Mustang dyno. It literally says it all over the sheet, everything. They went to a certain extent to point that out. So I just want to remind you guys of that. Now let's get into what the dyno runs say. So the first run was 558 wheel horsepower and 515 pound-feet of torque. The second run was 558 wheel horsepower and 517 pound-feet of torque. The third run was 561 wheel horsepower and 515 pound-feet of torque. Then they did a final 4th run, and that was 556 wheel horsepower and 523 pound-feet of torque. Now these numbers don't match whatsoever with what Chevy says this car makes. Chevy says this car makes 495 horsepower to the crank with the performance exhaust, okay? And the way it just dynoed, it means it's making 650 horsepower to the crank. Unbelievable. I was just shocked. I was like, okay, so what? Why would Corvette downplay the car so much? Wouldn't it be a better headline for them to market this car as a 650 horsepower Corvette for under 60,000? Why wouldn't they do that? I don't understand. There's no way that Chevy missed it. There's no way Chevy just missed such a big number. And how? I don't understand. I'm just so confused how this car put this number.
So
one of two things are happening right here, okay? Now, either Chevy is wrong, which means they underestimated their car, they didn't dyno their car right, and they totally missed it. Totally missed the biggest marketing strategy ever, which is to basically market a 650 horsepower car for under 60,000. Wouldn't they just do that if that was the case? If these are the real numbers, wouldn't they just say 650 horsepower car for under 60,000? Wouldn't that be a better selling point? I would think so. I'm sure a lot of you guys would agree with me. But they must have missed it, right? Well, I don't know. Another thing that could have been going on here is that there is an error with the dyno, because how is this car, an actually aspirated Corvette, making more power than the LT4 supercharged? How is that possible? I don't know. I need you guys to let me know in the comments below, because it just doesn't make any sense. Now, obviously, I'm gonna, believe Chevy more than a random dyno. I'm sure Chevy did hundreds of tests to try to pump out as much horsepower out of this car as possible. And the fact that MotorTrend is telling us that they totally missed it, that Chevy totally blew it. They misled everyone, and they said that it's making about almost 150 horsepower less than it actually makes. Am I gonna believe that? I don't know. I don't think so. I just can't seem to believe that, and I don't think you guys are believing it too. So a few things could have been wrong. Maybe something went wrong with the dyno, I don't know. And then the fact that it's a Mustang dyno, it means that this car makes more horsepower. So you're saying maybe this car makes 700 horsepower or a little more than 650. I do not know, guys. This is honestly so confusing to me, okay? So confusing, but I just seem to not believe it, okay? This car should not make that much. It should make about 410 to 440 max wheel horsepower. That's all it should really make, unless Chevy is lying, okay? And I don't think a company like that would down talk their cars or give numbers way lower, way lower than the car actually makes, okay? I don't think so, because that would have been the best selling point. Like I said, I mean, everybody would jump to go buy this car. Everyone would go jump to buy this car. Or maybe, I just want to say, maybe, my opinion on this, maybe, what could have happened is MotorTrend cheated a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just assuming here. Maybe they cheated, okay? Maybe they tried to make the car have more horsepower than it really does, okay? Maybe Chevy was in on it to sell more of them. I don't know. But all I know is that this car does not make 561 wheel horsepower. But your opinion matters too, so let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Do you guys believe it? Do you guys not believe it? Do you guys think it's really making this much horsepower? Do you guys think there's no way in hell this car is making this much horsepower? What are your thoughts? Would you buy one? Would you not buy one? Let me know, because honestly, if this car is making this much horsepower, then it is totally worth buying, okay? Honestly, they've convinced me more now than ever that this car is worth buying when the numbers come out. Because you're telling me this naturally aspirated car is making this much? I don't know what to think of this, honestly. I just don't know. I gave you guys my opinion. Now it's up to you guys to let me know your thoughts and what do you guys feel about this topic, because I call bullshit, okay? That's just what I say, okay? And I may be wrong, but just some things don't seem to add up, and some things seem too good to be true. This is one of the cases where that is. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Stay tuned for all the videos. There's a lot of things going on with this car, and also the red eye. I don't really even want to get into that because there's so many things happening with the red eye. Just stay tuned. Videos dropping this week that will kind of clear everything up, and we leave to LA in about 29 days, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna be out of Michigan, back to LA, just like last year we did the same thing. I only try to come back to Michigan for the summer, a little past that until the weather is good, and then as soon as it gets cold, I'm out of there, back to LA. So that's what we're gonna do. But with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. So if you guys like today's video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you are subscribing to the channel to support me and the builds, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace out. Well, episode. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.